Hello, welcome to my home. Welcome to Bye Bye Loneliness, Chat and Collage. And this is video number 29. And it is a Thursday, May, I don't know, 29th or 28th or something like that, 2026. And in video number 28, we were working on this collage. So I finished it up. And I did decide to go with the fluffy over here. And it's more of a beige and white and gray collage. And I love it. And I have not signed it yet. So I need to do that. I'll do that once I get my work table up. And I want to show you one of my larger collages. Ugh. Okay. This one I made many years ago, had it framed, and I used, I used various backgrounds that I found. Up here in the corner is there's a large house with trees and a river, and then in front of that were bushes and flowers and a pathway, so that seemed to go. And then on the other side, it looks like aspen trees, trunks, something like that, and I put a tent in front of it. And I wanted to show you this today because I took a picture of it and made a copy. And we're going to make a collage using the background, but different. But there's some different images. Now, some images were already there before it dawned on me, I want to use this background again. So if you have a background you like, before you start putting down your images, you might want to take a quick picture of it so you can use the background just as it was, you know, when you started, like when I started on this larger one. So I also want to talk to you about what I did this week. Holy cow. I have said many times to you, and thank you for coming. How are you? I hope you're having a good day. I'm having like a kind of day. My husband went up to the coffee shop, but I just didn't feel good enough to go. I get this pain, and I don't know. You know when you hear all my... Anyway, what I did was, oftentimes I say, you can take your images or images of people in your family and glue stick them down to cardstock. So I did that. And I cut out a whole bunch. And they're all kind of like little puzzle pieces. Let me tell you, it's not easy. So my hand got stiff. I guess I have a little arthritis in my hand. And, you know, it's harder to cut cardstock than it is regular printer paper. So next time I do this, I'm just going to use a magazine cover because that's a little stiffer, but not as stiff as cardstock. Just a little tip if you want to save your hands from getting a cramp. Okay, I'm going to put that over there and get my work board set up and think about what story I might want to tell you today. Now, there's a crazy story I could tell you, and it is absolutely true. But let's maybe I can show you. Let's tilt this down and see what we're doing here first. I'm going to put my reading glasses on. Did I got this right? Okay. And my story happened many, many years ago, I think in the beginning of the 1990s. And I had a house about 20 minutes east of here, It's a cute little house. I was a single gal at the time. And my mother came out to visit me. Oh, also what I did, see, this is the collage we made in video number 28. Well, I took a picture of it, and on my computer, I warmed up the colors. So I'm going to use this again, and I made it a little more narrow. So this would be more to fit on a card easily, I think, 5 by 7. That was another thing I wanted to show you. And I need to sign this. And I wish we could talk. I've been watching YouTube interviews and this kind of thing, and I feel like I'm getting overdone on them. Like too much people talking like all day long. And I'm like, you know, a little silence is good for a person, I think. So here are my cutout images, my little sort of puzzle piece images over here. And this is what, okay, and here's the background. And I'm going to cover up the cat in the moon with the clock. And then I had this hand with the finger, and I think that'll come out from the side like it's reaching for those flowers. And I had this goofy look, and I just love this image, the little chick with the eyes. It's going to go over here. And then I have this cat. So I think the cat's looking up, like at the chick, like what in the world? And maybe his tail goes off the side. That's okay. In collage, you don't worry too much. You know, you don't have to worry at all, really. The goat, I like the goat down here. Had a hot air balloon. And I had this cute as can be. It's like fish in a fish bowl. And I thought I would put that here. So I did get out my straight edge and cut around these mountains so I could slip that right in there. And this was hard as heck to cut when I had it on cardstock, especially around the handle. So I did it like that. So when I glue it down, it'll look like it belongs. And I think that can go, I don't know, somewhere around there. Now I have a whole bunch of other images, and I might change this, but this is the one I came up with. And it looks real busy because the background is busy. There's a lot of colors in the background. And so I had to make some decisions to have like that strong red color here. The hot air balloon, I can get out my colored pencils and make those colors even more vibrant. The hand is like, the fingers are a solid color. The goat's like a solid color. So at least they stand out. The cat, black and white, stands out. The bird stands out with the white. So I always think of that when I'm making it too. So things don't blend in too much. So I'll put that aside and bring back the camera. And I'm going to tell you this story about my mom. I've decided to do it. She's not with us anymore. She lived till 94. And died in 2018. Okay. So, this is still not right. Okay. Hello again, I'm back. And we'll look at that collage on video number 30. And I think I'm only going to do one per week. This past week, I had to do some thinking, some little soul searching about doing these videos. Because it's considered social media, right? And there's so much social media out there. And I hear about the younger generation just getting hooked on this. Like they have their faces in a screen constantly. And I thought, do I want to be a part of this? Encouraging this? So I was talking to a friend this morning on Zoom. And I mentioned this, and she goes, well, she really likes to do the collages. It's relaxing to her. She likes to cut out the images, and I had really encouraged her. So that made me feel better. And I think doing one per week, and maybe it'll be on Thursdays or Fridays, I'll do it, feels like a better rhythm for me, because I got to bring out all my stuff. Anyway, it was around 1990, 1991, and I had this house, and I was single, and my mom was coming out to visit. And my mom does not like to travel. I was here in Colorado. She was back east. And my dad would have come with her, but it was in the summer, and he had to tend to his garden. So my little old mom comes out on the airplane. I pick her up, take her back to my house, and she has some luggage. And she goes, oh, bring that piece over here to the kitchen table. And I said, why? She goes, well, I want to show you something. I have some things for you, is what she said. She starts taking out of her luggage things that look like they were from Victoria's Secret or Fredericks of Hollywood. All these negligee things. I said, Mom, what is all this? She goes, your father gave me these. He wants me to wear them. And I'm like shocked. And she continues and says, but I don't want to wear these. These aren't my style, but I thought you might like them because I don't want to donate them anywhere and I don't have anyone else to give them to, so you have to take them. Now, my mom was, a little girl during the Depression, so you don't waste anything. You don't throw away anything. So she's trying to palm these off on me. Dad buys them for her. He wants her to look all, Victoria's Secret. And of course, we know what this is all about. And I have that going in my mind, my visual, and I don't really want to have that visual in my mind. And there's no way, and I tell her this, there's no way, Mom, that I'm taking these lingerie items that Dad gave to you that you're trying to give to me. That's just weird. She goes, well, I don't want to throw them out. They're perfectly good. You can give them to somebody. I'm like, no, these things are tainted, even though you never wore them. She goes, well, isn't there one here? Isn't there something here? And there actually was just a cute short sleeve dress one that came down to the knees. That was quite lovely, just smooth and silky. So I took that one. But she was running after me with them, holding in her hands. I'm running up the stairs and I'm telling her, no, no. And she goes, yeah, take them. Because I think she was just getting into the, she knew I wasn't going to take them, so she was just going to play with me. And my mom was good that way. She had a great sense of humor. And she still was not happy that I wasn't taking them, but what do you do? She had to put them back in her luggage and deal with it. That's what happens in relationships. You got to deal with stuff. You can't just palm things off on other people. Oh my God, I hope that was an okay story to tell. I think she would be okay with it. I didn't say any curse words. It's not a sin. Everybody, thanks for coming. Anyone who's watching, write a comment. Let me know if you like my stories or you like the collaging best. Which one do you like best? And I will try and, figure out more things that would everyone would like the best. I don't know what I'm trying to say. It's hard to wind down. It's hard to wind up. Like I have a hard time, with the emails and the texting. When do you stop? I have friends that when I used to talk to them on the telephone, never used to know how to get off the telephone, politely. Remember when you're at a friend's house for a party and then you go to leave and you stand at the door for another 45 minutes saying goodbye? That kind of thing. But I'm going to say goodbye like this, and I hope you have a good day. I felt a little less lonely. and I'll see you next time. Bye.